she nearly be killed, that a white woman protected her. So I decided I would do it. I have to make sure that I get married to a white woman.
Right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie, for those who don't know me, and Happy New Year. I promised I'd be here on the first. Guys, life be lifing, okay? But we are here regardless. This is 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days, Season 8, Episodes 4 and 5. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. We are going to start with my favorite couple, Lisa and Daniel. So Lisa is preparing to go to Nigeria, and she lets us know she is still legally married. Not only is she legally married, it is still to a woman. And we know that that's a big problem for Daniel. But Daniel, he is so excited to meet this lady, meet the love of his life, get married to this white woman that apparently he was prophesied to be married to.
I am worried about some things. She vaped. She told me that she have gotten married twice. She was physical with a woman.
Now
that the ancestors approved, I want you to move forward on this relationship.
Right. I'm not going to tear down anybody's belief system, anybody's culture, anybody's religion. I am a child of somebody who was raised similarly to Daniel. And all I'm going to say is bombastic side-eye. Criminal, offensive side-eye. I'm so sorry. Like, I don't believe in that stuff. I don't believe in mediums. I don't believe in what... Actually, it's not even that I don't believe in that. I, as a Christian, believe that tampering with spirits is dangerous. I also don't believe that people who have passed on are still just, lingering in purgatory. So all of this is like malarkey to me. But if that's your belief system, I'm not trying to tear you down. I, as an onlooker, am giving him the side eye, especially because there's just so many things that don't make sense about this couple, but they're trying to fake the funk. So yeah, using the spirituality of it all just sounds like more fakeness, whether or not it's real. You know what I'm saying? So Lisa arrives. And the moment these two see each other, he literally swallows her face.
When we get to the room, then maybe I will chew you.
If I had to watch that, you had to watch it too. Guys, the way I was repulsed. She promised her daughter she's not going to accept a proposal until she has come clean about everything going on in her life. We're left on a cliffhanger, but I can bet all my money that she's going to say yes. Especially because the man orchestrated this whole, showcase to receive her. He had the flowers. He had this big extravagant, display of his affection for her. She's not going to say no. The lover girl that Lisa is, to her own detriment, she's not going to say no. Next, we meet Javan. He's 38, and he is with Anna, who is also 38. So these two have been together for a long time now. She says it's 6 years together. He says it's 7. They also are married, having never met. He says they've been married for 2 years. She says they've been married for 3. Either way, there's a lot of confusion.
American women, they want 6-pack, 6 inches, 6 figures. It's not me.
I saw these couples getting married online.
Place the rings on your fingers as a symbol of the love that you share.
I finally have my perfect wife. I just need to meet her in person.
With all due respect, or disrespect, I don't know, depends who you are, child. America's not a real place. The United States of America is not a real place, because what do you mean? You can marry somebody virtually who you have literally never met. I'm not even against the whole virtual marriage thing, especially in the height of COVID, but I would think maybe this should only be allowed for people who already have a physical relationship, but maybe for whatever circumstances, they're unable to be in the same place at the same time. You telling me not only can you marry a person you've never met, they could be from a different country and it's still going to be legal in yours? Okay. Anyways, as I'm listening to this man, I'm thinking he is the quintessential passport bro. And I said that before what came in episode 5. The way he's like, oh yeah, you need to find you a woman who's abroad because they don't talk back as much. They're more docile. You don't have to spend these, big amounts of money on them. And like, they understand because they're coming from a third world country and all these kinds of things. Like, definitely giving manosphere vibes, definitely giving, one of Andrew Tate's of it all. Scary stuff. Now, the problem that Javan is having is that in the last few years since they've been married, Anna Lynn is becoming a lot more assertive than what he initially bargained for, right? So she is told by him, mind you, that he has been in conversations with an old flame. Actually, I don't even know if you can consider it an old flame because he had feelings for her. I don't know if the feelings were reciprocated or if they ever acted on it, but he had feelings for this girl. They fell out. He got back in touch with her because they are both experiencing some relationship woes right now. And she, the wife, is obviously upset.
Anna actually called me, your brother, I don't know what to do with him.
Rah, rah.
She was just talking about that woman.
We communicate so well, and we can stay on the phone for hours. I mean, there used to be this small thing between us, and I'm not.
So that's why she's so upset then.
Yeah.
This man is out here like, oh, Anna Lynn is showing her true colors. No, you're a waste man. Okay, you're a waste man, number one. And number two, you thought, oh, if I get a woman who's from a different culture, she'll just embrace the bare minimum. What the hell made you think that? Stop listening to podcasts. Oh my gosh. So this man is obviously contradicting himself. He's like, oh, I don't understand why she's angry. But then he's like, she has every right to be upset with me. Then he's like, oh yeah, this is strictly platonic. Like there's absolutely no feelings there. But the things that he's confiding in the friend in are things that he's lacking from his romantic relationship. To me, that's a problem. Ain't nothing wrong with having friends, even friends of the opposite sex. I will say that. That's me personally. But if you are trying to get things from them that you feel like are a deficit in your romantic relationship, that don't feel platonic to me anymore. Number one, I can't stand somebody who feigns ignorance. But number two, Anna Lynn is like, well, let me tell y'all, okay? Everything was fine. I am the exact same person. But this man changed a few years ago, which makes sense because a few years ago was the pandemic. And what happened in the pandemic? The height of podcasts. And with that came all these men who were in the manosphere who believe that women belong in the kitchen and a woman should be submissive and docile and all the things of the things of the things. This man started listening to a whole bunch of podcasts and now he starts spewing that kind of rhetoric. I'm not surprised at all. Before she even said that, I said, this man sounds like a manosphere podcast. The way he speaks about how women outside of the United States carry themselves and that's the kind of woman who you need to marry. Best of luck to you, Anna Lynn. Next, we have Emma and Zead. These two are still fighting about this damn PDA, but eventually they're gonna somewhat get over it, right? What breaks the tension is that Emma opens up about losing her job and how that was very important to her. Zead was very comforting, actually. I thought he would be a little bit more critical, like, oh, how could you let this happen, especially just before our trip? No, he did not grill her whatsoever. Very supportive. And then he even took her on a shopping spree to, make her feel better because she loves to shop. And he covered the bill. I was surprised. Honestly, I don't like that Zead was painted as if he's kind of like a bum, because I think they said that he does nursing, but like he wasn't going to contribute in any way financially. It sounds like he contributed regarding the Riyadh, and now he's treating her, to something that she loves, and it is a financial expense. Like, I don't know. I feel like he's not as bummy as the show was trying to make it seem at first, right? So Emma is very self-destructive. She is now getting at this man because she wants to talk about her past, and he doesn't want to open that can of worms.
Sushi, for example.
I love sushi.
For you, for me, no. It's
Are we compatible? You know, I've like been lied to a lot. Like in my past.
So you don't need to talk about your past. I know everything about your life.
You don't know everything. Maybe he has something that he's hiding or that he doesn't want to tell me.
In as much as I do believe they need to talk about her previous engagement, the way that she's going about it just ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Like, right now, you guys just came off of an argument. You're literally having the best day of the trip so far. The man is setting a boundary saying, I don't want to talk about the past right now. Just let that be that for the day. For the day. Pick it up in the morning or pick it up the next day, whatever. But like, to badger him right now when he's obviously feeling defensive, it's just not a good move. But this girl is so self-destructive. Like, I don't even think she sees that you're making the situation worse. Yes, you should share, but also you should have shared a long time ago. We could really just start there. Anyways, as time goes on, they finally decided to talk about their past, right? So she has been snooping and she's been seeing that he still follows all these women on social media. So she doesn't trust him. He has issue with the fact that she doesn't trust him. He's like, I'm not talking to any other girls. Like, please leave it alone. But when we started talking, you ghosted me for a while. So what was that about?
We talking, and one day, can you just give me some details why you this prayer?
I was just going through a bad breakup.
You give me a picture of you like you are single.
Like going through a breakup means
Still talking with him.
that's my answer. I was going through a breakup.
Emma literally had the golden opportunity to bring up Muhammad. The golden opportunity. This man is asking about your past. You wanted to talk about your past. This is the time to do so. He didn't seem like he was defensive. And honestly, even if he was defensive, he had the right to. You just admitted to cyber stalking him every single day. Like, girl, you're crazy. You're crazy. What? He would have the right to be on edge, but he wasn't. I felt like he was still being a bit receptive to like, okay, well, tell me what was going on when we first started. So then she bold-faced lies. She was like, yeah, I was coming out of something and, you know, I just wasn't in a place to date. No, you were still interacting with that guy. You were interacting in the hopes that you guys would get back together. And you're leaving out the fact that you were engaged to him and that you were already in Morocco because of him. Like, girl, and as much as she tries to make Zead look like the liar, she's coming off unhinged. She's coming off like a micromanager, just definitely overbearing, controlling, all kinds of things. I would not blame this man if he wants to cut her loose. I don't think he will because of the opportunity that she provides. But, yeah, they're both toxic. Next, we have Forrest and Sheena. And honestly, my thoughts about these two shift from episode to episode because before I was feeling for Sheena and I was kind of side-eyeing Forrest, but really his family. Now, I'm kind of feeling for Forrest and I'm kind of side-eyeing Sheena. I'll be so for real. So anyways, they get to the Philippines. This already happened before, right? But now they're getting to their accommodation. They can't stay where she would have liked to stay because her parents own the building. Either they own the apartment or they own the building. Either way, there is ownership there. So I don't know why they keep badgering old girl for more money. But in order for them to have stayed there, they were going to charge Forrest. And he's like, we're not doing that. So they have accommodation that is very tight, right? Forrest is being a good sport. He's being a good sport about, you know, the town and how populated it is and how, you know, chaotic everything is. The Dorian, he knows that it does not smell good, but he was like, wow, like you got this for me. This is so great. And yes, even though they are in close quarters, he's understanding of the situation, just being very accommodating. And I thought that was really nice, right? So because they are in such close quarters, the parents can hear everything. So the mama is like, well, I heard a little something in the night. Guys, the way I would just burn up into flames if my mother ever, and I'm married.
You guys do the old knock it?
No.
Why didn't you guys?
Just wasn't the right time or place to do that. It's a little too much.
I respect you guys for waiting, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's oral sex. There's fondling.
You're trying to be helpful, but you're pushing too far.
Okay. Excuse me.
Come on, Forrest, defending your lady. Oh, I loved that. That was great. Yeah, it's no surprise that Molly brought up sex to the couple because she brings up sex to Forrest all the time. And there's nothing wrong with being open with your parents about sex, but like the way that Molly goes about it is just so cringe. It's just so cringe. Like, anyways, Forrest was saying that's rude. How you're conducting yourself right now is rude. Let's not do that. Then they get into another altercation because the mom is still going at what's her name now? Sheena, with this whole money thing. And as I suspected, Sheena says it's social pressure. In our culture, parents do expect some kind of financial support from their children. And so it's hard for me to, to not do that. Where I'm starting to understand Molly though is think about it as the mother. Not only are you a mom, but you're a mom of a child who has ADHD and autism, right? And who has been bamboozled before. Yes, it is your money. And yes, you are giving it to your people. That's fine. But if you are giving this person who you're dating a promise that you will pull your own weight financially so that when you do come to North America, you guys have something to stand on, then it is a problem if you are lying about that and blindsiding the person who is thinking this is going to be a joint effort. Now they're going to be the sole provider for the home, and that's something that Forrest is not prepared to do. We even see the preview in the next episode. She's gonna tell him he needs to find a job, like he needs to be more financially stable. Well, that would be less of a thing to be worried about if you were both contributing. You know what I'm saying? So seeing it from Molly's perspective, I do understand why she's going so hard. I just don't like how she's going so hard. Like, I get the feeling, but the way she's handling those feelings is not correct, right? Where I'm now starting to look at Sheena a bit sideways is, yeah, sure enough, we understand the culture and everything, but why lie? I get being manipulated into wanting to, or to feel that pressure, let's say, of wanting to give back to your parents. But if you're saying this is the love of my life and I want to build, this life with you, you're going to have to be honest. And now you've lied 3 times about the same thing that you've been called up on. You know what I'm saying? Then to make matters worse, these two decide that it is better for them to meet up with her family before Molly and Dev join. Now, Molly is not having this whatsoever. She feels like Sheena now also has a thumb on Forrest, and they are both being manipulated by Sheena's parents.
Your parents are going to do the same line that they've used on you all along. You can miraculously change and stand up to your parents.
Well, my family isn't the bad people.
But now you feel totally safe and...
Yes, I understand why.
He will be the grunt just like you are. Forrest is going to say and do anything just to keep your love.
You acting this way has proven my point.
The reason why I blow up has always been to protect him.
It is not lost on me that Dev is pretty much on mute. So to me, that gives me the impression that Molly is used to steamrolling over people and not being called out much. So her son calling her out on her behavior and then his girlfriend chiming in, I'm sure that must have been a mind F for her. Like, who the hell do you think you are? But honestly, I'm glad that he's standing up to her in the same way that Sheena's being manipulated by her family. Forrest is kind of as well, because the mom is such a helicopter mom. He doesn't really have that space to breathe. And if she's trying to build this trust with him, how beneficial is it for you to always be micromanaging every single decision that he makes? Like that doesn't help him be able to stand on his own 2 feet, which I'm sure she eventually wants for him, right? So I do again understand where she's coming from, but her method is not the best. Ultimately, she just decided, you know what? I'm not trying to be in my son's bad book. So if you really believe that meeting the parents before I come is the way to go, then fine. You go ahead and do that. But when it blows up in your face, and then even when the producers were asking Sheena, oh, is this what you want? She's like, yeah, this is what I want. There was like a smirk on her face, and I was thinking, well, no, Sheena, hold on now. Because it does give that you are also now trying to manipulate the situation. And I don't know how I feel about that. But anyways, let's move on to the last couple. We have Birkan, I think it's Birkan, and Laura. This man could not fake the funk for even 24 hours. As soon as Laura came off that plane, he was like, whoo, stranger danger. Like, I don't know who this lady is, and I I'm trying to run away.
Welcome, gorgeous. How was your tour?
It was so long.
I'm still thinking about when I go to America. I think everything's perfect.
It's good to see you.
You too.
Something is off, and it's freaking me out.
I'm glad that Laura is picking up on the weird vibes, but I wish she would actually listen to some of the things that he's saying. The way that he's pushing for this visa, or, well, now I'm confusing things. Are those things he's saying to the camera or things he's saying to her? He could barely look at her. He doesn't want to be physical. He doesn't want to share a bed that first night. Simultaneously, Michael is blowing up Laura's line. Blowing it up. Hey, are you okay? Hey, did you land? How's the weather? Are you fine? Do you need anything? Do you need me to come? All the kinds of things that a boyfriend should be doing, but instead Michael is doing. And Laura is, again, like, seeing this happen, right? So apparently that night she decided to come out of bed, have a conversation with him, and apparently they had a passionate makeout session. As she's recounting, it doesn't seem like he found it as passionate as she did, but okay. Before she came to Turkey, she had a plastic surgery appointment set up because, as we know, she recently lost a lot of weight and she has a lot of loose skin, so she wanted to get that sorted out. Initially, she did invite Birkan, and now that he's at the appointment, she's regretting that decision.
Fix this area here and here in this part. It's almost impossible to hide it.
Right, okay.
Laura says you're uncomfortable. Are you?
It is just people's life, you know? You have to make your own decisions. If you feel more confident when you do it, just do it.
Honestly, before she got to Turkey, she was very insecure about her body and all that. So why she invited Birkan in the first place is beyond me. I do think that it's still beneficial though. Like, if you're gonna say this is the love of my life, then they should be able to accept you in all that you are. He handled it quite well. Yeah, I don't think I fully believe him. I think he's faking the funk, but in terms of being a support for her in that moment, being able to comfort her in that moment, he did well. He said, listen, this is your body. Things happen in life. You wanted to look a certain way. You did that for yourself. And now you're even taking further steps to make sure that you're the best that you want to be. There's nothing wrong with that. I think he handled that great. But I also think he's trying to pull the wool over this lady's eyes. And unfortunately, it's working. So between Laura and it's the older ladies. It's everybody who's missing the red flags, but it's really these older ladies, Lisa and Laura. Oh Lord, God be with them. But anyways, that's it for me today. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.